Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our panel discussion. Today's our discussion title is One Classroom, Two Futures: How Education Inequality Shapes Social Mobility. My name is RUQING, and I will be the moderator for today's session. This discussion is based on Sustainable Development Goal 4, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education for all. But even though students may share the same classroom, their opportunities in life um, may have difference. For example, um, they vary depending on where they come from, how much their families earn, and whether they have access to basic resources like books, internet, or well-trained teachers. So this is not just a classroom issue, it's a social issue. Education inequality direct affects social mobility or a person's ability to change their life circumstance through education. So everybody may confuse that. Is there have any references can support this opinion? According to the UNESCO Global Education Monitoring Reports 2023, more than 250 million children around the world are not reaching basic literacy and numeracy levels. Even after years in schools, the OECD's Education at a Glance 2022 shows that students from disadvantaged backgrounds consistently perform worse on standardized tests. And UNICEF's 2021 report, Reimagining Education, reminds us that even technology can worsen inequality when access is unequal. So these reports give us the facts. I referred mainly to the UNESCO 2023 report, which helped me understand the differences between access and actual learning outcomes. So now we welcome four representatives to attend today's discussion, and they are both very outstanding in their own field to share us their perspective from different angles, like from community challenges to government policy and technology. Let's welcome the NGO education representative, Mayang.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. Ma. So tell you guys more information about Mr. Mayang. He comes from non-governmental organization who works closely with underserved communities. And next, let's welcome HUIRU.
Hello everyone, hello Miss Yuan.
Hello, Ms. Huang. She is a government education policymaker who focuses on education policy and funding strategies. And next, welcome our technology company leader, GUANLIN.
Hello everyone. Hello Miss Yuan.
Hello, Ms. Wu. Hello, Mr. Wu. So, his company explores how digital tools can improve or limit access. So, finally, let's welcome the last representative, an educational sociologist, Li Mingcan.
Yes, Miss Yuan.
Okay, hello, Miss Li. By the way, she studies how education connects with social class and mobility. I'm looking forward to your speech, Miss Li.
Thank you.
So, at first, I really want to ask Maya.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ma. So, what are the biggest barriers you see in education access for marginalized groups?
Mm, I think there are many problems that stop children from poor or marginalized group from going to school. First, many families are poor. They cannot buy books, clothes, shoes, or even food. Some children must work to help their families, so they do not have time to go to school. Second, some schools are very fun, especially in village. There are no bees, and the children must walk a long way, sometimes 1 or 2 hours. Three, there are not enough good school or teacher. Some schools have too many students and only one teacher. Some schools only teach until grade 3 or 4. Fourth, many girls do not go to school because their families think boys are more important. Some girls leave school early to cook, clean, and get married and so on. Fifth, some schools are not so far. They may be valleys or no clean toilet. which is hard for girls. Also, some children speak other language at home and do not understand the lesson. Others have disability, like they cannot hear or work, but schools do not help them. Is my answer. Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing. But I have a more question. So,
Yeah.
based on your experience, what kind of community-based support has helped children stay in schools despite these challenges?
Good question. Hmm. All these problems make it hard for many children to get a good education. They feel left out, forget, and sometimes even hopeless. When children cannot go to school, they miss their chance to grow, to learn new things, and to build a better life. They may stay in poverty, just like their parents. They may never learn how to read, write, or find good work. But I believe these problems are not too big to fix. We can make things better if we all work together. We need more, we need more support from government, from NGOs, from schools, and from the community. We need more teachers who are trained, and ready to help even children. We need better school buildings, clean toilet, sofa place to learn, and free meals for those who are hungry. We must listen to the voice of poor families and give special care to girls, children with disability, and children from different backgrounds. Every children is special. Every children has a right to learn and to dream. Education should not be a gift only for the lacking people. It should be a right for all. We must do our best to make sure that no children is left behind, and that all children, no matter where they are born, have a chance to go to school, to learn, and to build a better future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So that really shows how deep and personal these challenges are. It's not just about school access, but daily survival and safety for many children. And next, I want to ask Huang Huiru.
Yes,
Hello, Miss Huang. So, which policy do you think can best reduce education inequality?
as a government official, I believe that reducing educational inequality requires a comprehensive and long-term approach. This is not a challenge that can be solved through one policy or in a short period of time. It demands coordinated efforts across different sectors: education, finance, technology, and social service, working together to create fair opportunities for all students regardless of their background. First, the government should increase financial investment in schools in economically disadvantaged and remote areas to ensure that infrastructure and teaching resources meet basic standards. Second, the key to improving the quality of education lies in teacher qualifications. Therefore, a teacher support and mobility mechanism should be established to encourage outstanding teachers to teach in resource poor areas and to promote regular rotation and the exchange of teachers between urban and rural areas. At the same time, educational equity should begin at the preschool level, and the government should popularize inclusive early education and provide tuition and fee reductions for poor families. In the digital age, disparity, disparities in technological resources can also exacerbate inequality, so it is also particularly important to promote the digitization of education, provide network and terminal equipment support, and device free online courses. That's all.
Well, you covered a wide range of areas like finance, teachers, technology, and regulation. If the government had to prioritize just one due to limited resources, which would you choose for the biggest impact?
I think it is only through the concerted efforts of finance, teachers, technology, and the regulation that governments can effectively narrow the education gap and achieve true equity in education opportunities. Beyond policy formulation, effective implementation, ongoing monitoring, and timely adjustments are equally critical to ensure that these strategies truly benefit those most in need. Moreover, collaboration with local communities, non-government organizations, and the private sectors can provide additional support and innovation, strengthening the public education system as a whole. In the long run, reducing educational inequality not only promotes individual development but also contributes to social stability, economic growth, and a more just and inclusive society.
Right, thank you so much. It's clear that real progress in education inequality needs a multi-level approach, from funding to teacher to technology, all working together. Right. So next, I really want to ask Wu Guanlin,
Hello.
and hello, Mr. Wu. So how can digital tools can be designed to make learning more equitable?
Um, as a technology company leader, I believe digital tools should be made simple, fair, and useful for every student, no matter where they come from. First, we need to make sure students can use the tools on different devices, like phones, tablets, or older computers. The tools should also work even when the internet is slow or not available.
Wow, that's a crucial design consideration. What would you say is the biggest challenge your team face in making those inclusive features work well in underserved areas?
Yeah, we should use many different languages in our digital tools. Uh, for example, we can include Malay, English, and Chinese. Uh, this is very important because students understand things better in their own language. When students see lessons in a language they know, they feel safe, happy, and more ready to learn. It also shows respect for their background and culture. Some students in rural area may only speak one language at home, so using their language in the learning system is very helpful. They will feel included, not left out. We must remember that every student is different. Some students learn very fast. Some students need more time. Some like to read. Others like to watch video or play games to learn. That is why digital learn tool should let students to choose how they want to learn. They should be able to go fast. Also, it is a good idea to talk to teachers and students when we build these tools. They know what's happening in the classroom and what problem they face. If we listen to them, we can make better tools. We don't just guess what they want. We ask and build what they really need. This makes the tools more useful and more trust. In short, good digital learning tools should be simple to use. They should work on many children home. They should use different languages. They should help different kinds of learning, and they should be made together with teachers and students. When we do this, we can help more child learn better and feel more equality. This is how we make equality fair and technology. Okay.
Oh, what a wonderful answering. So this really shows how thoughtful design can make digital learning more inclusive, especially for students with different needs and backgrounds. So at last, let's welcome Li Mingcan.
Hello, Miss Yuan.
Hello, Miss Lee. So how does education inequality affect social mobility in the long run?
That's a good question. As an education sociologist, I believe education plays a key role in shaping a person's future. In theory, school should help everyone move forward, no matter where they come from. But in reality, not all students get the same chance. For example, children from wealthy families often go to better schools with more resources, experienced teachers, and more support. But students from low-income families may attend underfunded schools with fewer opportunities and large class sizes. The kind of education inequality starts early and can follow students for the rest of their lives.
That's really eye-opening. Yeah. In your opinion, how can schools actively reduce this inequality beyond just teaching academics?
Mm, Now let's think about what happens over time. When students grow up in a school system that doesn't support them, they are more likely to fall behind. They may not do as well on exam. They might not get into college, or if they do, they may go to colleges with fewer job connections. Even small difference in school quality, like whether a school offers tutor, tutoring, music programs, or math, can have a big effect on students' future. Also, it's not just about academics. School is where students build confidence, learn social skills, and make networks that can help them later. In schools with more support, students might get help ap- applying to in internships or jobs. In underfunded schools, that help might not be that at all. So the gap keeps getting wider, not just in in grades, but in real life chance. And let's not forget the role of parents. If someone's parents didn't have access to good education, they may not be able to help their children with schoolwork or know how to guide them through the system. So this becomes a cycle. The children grows up facing the same barriers the parents faced, and it's very hard to break out of that without real support. So in the long run, education inequality locks people into their social class, and that makes our society less fair and less hopeful. If we want a better future, we need to invest in schools, especially in areas that are struggling. Every child should have the chance to succeed. not just the one brought into the right neighborhoods. That's all.
Thank you so much. That really shows how inequality in education can lock people into poverty, not just for one generation, but for many. So, at last, today's discussion showed us that education inequality isn't just about school, it's about access, opportunity, and the future. From poverty and gender bias to policy and technology, we saw how different challenges are deeply connected. And most importantly, we were reminded that fair education is key to real social change. Thank you to all our representatives for your honest and thoughtful insights. And thank you, our audience. We hope this conversation gave you something to think about. See you next time. Bye.
See
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.